And then as far as your team, this game against Cincinnati, how big is it? I mean, they're in second place. They've been breathing down your neck. They're really the only team that's been close to you guys all season. Just wondering what you're expecting, and you're not going to have Jordy with you in the back. Just what are you expecting from that game? Those are my two questions. Thanks.
Yeah. So I think with the Argentina match and looking at Martinez's performance, I mean, just seeing how he's able to come up in clutch moments, to make multiple PK saves in like a shootout, make big saves throughout the game is just huge. I mean, that's kind of, your job as a goalkeeper is to make those saves and, be there for your team when they need it most. So to see that, him doing it in one of the biggest tournaments on one of the biggest stages, applause to him, because it's not easy to do. And it was, very exciting to watch as well. Just like the energy, the, two massive saves and like the PK shootout. It's just like, wow, this guy's on like another level. And then changing gears to our match this weekend, of course, like in terms of points, it's really us and Cincy at the top. And, it just goes to show, kind of what we have in front of us. There's a big game. I can say it's a big game, but at the end of the day, it's just another game that we have to play, that we have to compete in, that we have to perform and, work for a good result. I think it's a long season. I think we've been in good form, and getting these points on the road are super important. Our road form this year compared to previous years is improved a lot. And so we're really just trying to use this momentum from these past 2 games, 3 games, and, take it with us into Saturday night.
Jose?
Thank you. Thank you, Rafa. Drake, hey, how are you? I just wanted to ask you about, the middle of the field. You being a goalkeeper, you kind of have the perfect angle from the back. The team was very good when they had the ball in the last game with the build-up, and Tata talked about it. I'm just wondering what you're seeing from the midfielders and how they have been able to distribute the ball just a little bit better and a little bit quicker. It seems, it's just 1-2 touches and you guys are moving the ball really well. Have you seen anything of that from the back?
Yeah. I mean, from my perspective, Jose, I think having guys like Busquets, younger players like Yannick, Benha, David, all of our midfielders work extremely hard. And I think their positional play has been very, very good. They've been really good at switching the field from left to right, right to left, as well as just being, sometimes playing simple, not doing too much. And I think it's really helped us in possession. And of course, having the experience of Boozy in there helps out a lot. And, sometimes there's different rotations with guys doing overlaps and getting forward. And the last few games, I think we've done a really good job of just, not trying to do too much, but also playing with confidence and trying to break lines.
Next question, Nicole, then Michelle.
Hi, Drake. How are you?
Good. How are you doing, Nicole?
I'm good. Given that the team has been undefeated on the road for 8 consecutive matches, which is a club record, what does this say about the character of the group, but also about the young players who have stepped up even more during this stretch?
Yeah, like you said, I mean, eight wins on the road is pretty big for us. I think that's really big for any club, is to, win away from home. And I think it comes down to the mentality that we're bringing to each game. Of course, we may feel a bit more confident. We may have the home fans at home and everything, but I think the cohesiveness that we've started to build together, especially on the road, this has helped us out a lot. It's not always perfect. Sometimes we concede first. Sometimes we're down in the game, and being able to rally back has been huge. And as well as for like the young players stepping up. I mean, there's so many opportunities. There's so many moments that they've come through for us. For example, Benha scoring a game winner goal last game, like that's massive. And it's a difference between getting 1 point and getting 3 points. So these guys are really stepping up and playing good too. Like, I think everybody's impressed. I think from the inside and the out, everyone's kind of like, wow, these guys are really balling right now.
Back to Michelle and then Jose.
I have 2 real quick. I wanted to ask specifically about Yannick Bright. a rookie coming in and doing what he's doing, what qualities does he bring? What has impressed you about him? And then I want ask about you, and how would you evaluate your season so far? You've had some massive saves in the last few games. I think earlier in the season, maybe, I don't know, was there a little bit of a dip at all? Or I don't know, maybe not. Sorry about the truck. How would you evaluate your season so far? You've played so many games and, a lot of important games. How would you evaluate your performance this year? Thanks.
Yeah, I'll start with Yannick. I mean, Yannick, he's an extremely hard worker. He's, like myself, came through college as well. So sometimes it can kind of be intimidating coming from like the NCAA into the MLS, and guys are coming from different leagues and everything. And it's a very professional environment. Guys are competing really hard, and Yannick's done a really good job of fitting into the team, doing what the coach asked of him, and just performing well and coming up with big plays. I think he covers a lot of ground. He makes good decisions. Especially in the middle of the field, it can get kind of hectic. So, where he's at in his career, he's young. It's his rookie year. I think he's going in a really good direction. And, he's been one of our key players this stretch of games, just whether he's starting, whether he's coming off the bench, he's bringing great energy, and, he's providing a lot for us. And then to your second question, yeah, in terms of my season, I really kind of look at it as a marathon. And, sometimes there'll be highs, sometimes there'll be lows. Definitely in the earlier part of the season, there might have been I would say just difficult moments, and I think for me, just not identifying with a single error or a single game has allowed me to kind of just move on from maybe not my best performance, just to stay focused on what's important, which is like the next game, the next play. So, happy to contribute to the team in the best way possible, whether it's making a big save or just doing my job to like the best that I can. And it's a long year, so we still have Leagues Cup, we still have the rest of the season, and I think it's just important to just stay confident, keep building momentum, and show up for your team when they need you most.
Jose?
Two quick ones for you, Drake. The first one on Boosie, playing as a center back. I know you guys have done it, a few times during this season, but I'm just wondering if you see anything different as he gets more time in that position. It's surprising how he's able to adjust within the game, to a completely different role. And the second one would be on the U.S. men's national team. I'm assuming it was hard to watch them, get eliminated in the group stage, and then there's obviously a lot of talk about Greg. I was hoping that you can share your thoughts on what the experience was with him, and what do you think he provides to the team, that he still remains in place as the head coach.
Yeah, so Busquets playing center back. I mean, when he first went there, I was all right, let's kind of see how this goes. And he's done really, really good. I think he's so good on the ball that whether he's in the midfield, whether he's a center back, really any position, he can help us out a lot. So it's definitely been something I think for him to adapt to. And I think he just has so much experience that you could put him anywhere on the field and he would help us. So to have him as center back has been great. He definitely helps us in the build, in possession. And it's been cool to kind of see how he's navigated a change in position, because it's not always the easiest thing. And yeah, kind of switching over to the men's national team, yeah, it's pretty difficult to watch them get eliminated. And, it's, of course, you always want to advance out of the group stage. You want to be in these big tournaments. You want to compete. And, that's the reality of sports, is sometimes, things may not go your way. There may be some controllables, some uncontrollables that affect the results. And I think it's definitely a big learning experience. And I think for the group of guys, when I, had some time with them, they're all committed. They're all locked in, really, really good group of guys that, have a vision for what the team looks like and where the team's going. And from my personal experience, it seems like everybody's headed in the right direction. Everyone is competing and everyone's challenging each other. And I think it's, maybe it's, this might be a bit of a wake-up call, not advancing out of the group stage. And yeah, I think there's definitely, some things that they can do to kind of prepare for the World Cup in 2026.
And the last question, Andrea.
Gracias, Rafa. Hi, Drake. I wanted to ask you, I don't know, I didn't listen to the first question because I got in late, but I wanted to ask you, tomorrow you'll face DeAndre. Again, have you had a chance to talk with him, and would it be special for you to see your friend again and actually play against him? Thank you.
Yeah, good question. I mean, me and DeAndre have gotten pretty close, and ever since we've been teammates, I kind of look at it more teammates or not, we're kind of friends beyond that. So it would be cool to kind of line up against him and play against each other. Maybe we'll do a jersey swap or something. But that's the reality of sports is sometimes there may be a move or you may move and you have to compete against people you're close with. And it'll be good to see him. Definitely, have spoke about it, and I think it's going to be more fun and exciting than anything. I learned so much from him as a competitor, and just as like a person that this game will be exciting and fun, and to experience playing against him will be pretty cool. But yeah, I think it'll be a fun game overall.
Is there a bet between you guys? Like you
No.
can reveal or something?
No.
Okay, thanks, Drake.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Thank you, Drake. And thank you, everyone. We'll be with Tata here shortly.